Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're a relentless team. We're battle-tested. We're a mentally tough team. So, the game's never over until the end. So, keep fighting.
30-8 run to close the fourth quarter. What was being said in the huddle between teammates?
Oh, just continue to get stops, run, score. And then Jalen was amazing.
How much of the experience of last year in Boston play into it that you guys had 2 20-point comebacks on the road? How much did that play into it tonight?
That played into it too, but I think we're just mentally tough, it's a game of runs. We knew they went on their run. We knew we had a run in us, so just playing to the end.
For you returning from the injury, how did you feel tonight?
I felt good. For sure.
Did it take you a little time to just get your legs under you to the point of, first game in almost 2 weeks?
Yeah. I mean, a little rust, but I was expected. I knew that. So just keep play hard, keep shooting my shots, keep being aggressive.
OG, how real was the rust coming into this one for you and for your team?
As the game went on, the rust wore off. But, we were a little bit rusty. We were more rusty than we'd like to have been, but it's how it goes sometimes.
When you guys got to overtime, what was the messaging when you guys finally arrived at that point? You knew you guys had a chance with extra basketball.
Oh, just play hard, play the way we play, get stops, and take good shots on offense.
Lastly, Jalen is such a weapon for you guys. What type of weapon is he after another remarkable game for him this evening?
What type of weapon? Jalen's an amazing player. What kind of weapon? What do you mean?
Like, what kind of asset is he for you guys?
Well, he's an amazing player, I'm happy he's on our team. I think we're all happy he's on our team. He's a great player, but we love having him as a teammate.
OG, how much was last year's Eastern Conference Finals Game 1 that you guys kind of let slip away in your mind, a discussion coming into this game today and how it played out down the stretch?
It wasn't really a discussion. It's a new year, new team. We just move forward,
How big of a difference maker do you think Landry was, especially the shots that he hit down the stretch?
Landry was amazing. He hit big shots, played great defense. We weren't surprised. This is what he does. He's an amazing player, so happy for him.
Did you feel like you were able to move as you normally would? Like, was there any hesitancy in that first half at all?
I don't think it was hesitancy. Just as the game went on, got more and more, felt more and more like myself. I don't know.
You're down 22 in the fourth quarter. Just what did you see from you guys' response there? You guys have been resilient all year, so what was different?
Toughness, knowing the game's not over till the end, knowing they had a run, they were a little bit hot. It was going to turn for us too.
What can you say about the team and the comeback?
Man, first off, all glory to God, but man, shout out JB, shout out Landry. The guys fought. Mikel played great, having OG back, but it's just the team's relentless. You never know whose night it's going to be, but we're going to figure it out.
There's a lot of talk about the rust coming in this one for your group, along with the rest. You guys seem to really power up come that fourth quarter. How real was that rust?
Yeah, we know it's tough when you never had 9 days off like that. Almost felt like a mini training camp in a sense, but at the end of the day, this is what our job is: to go out there and get wins, and we figured it out.
Jalen was electric tonight. What did you see from him?
Special. I don't know if I've ever seen something like that. The difficult shot making, just leading us, and it was special.
A flip switched midway through that fourth quarter. What was that switch?
Honestly, I got to shout out Jose. Jose was just honest the whole game, talking to everybody, keeping us engaged, even if we weren't out there. But he mainly talked to a lot of the starters, and he really just got them going.
Deuce, this team was on the other end last year in the Eastern Conference Finals, losing Game 1. Now that it was flipped, what's the mindset now in Game 2 that you have the 1-0 lead?
Don't look back. Don't give them their credit. They're a great team, but we can't look back. We have to keep moving forward. Understand that it's a 4-game series, and it's going to continue to be a war. So we just have to stay focused on the game plan, stay focused on just getting wins.
You mentioned Landry there. Can you talk about what he did in the fourth quarter on both ends of the court?
Yeah, he came in and not just changed the game with obviously the clutch shots, but defensively just bringing energy, getting his hands on ball deflection, and then just picking up full court, things like that just inspires the whole team.
You guys were down 22 in that fourth quarter. Did somebody say something in the huddle, or what kind of sparked the turnaround?
Yeah, I said Jose was big time for us, even when he wasn't in. even keeping guys that weren't in, might not get in, just engaged the whole time. That helps if you're talking to a guy that might get back cut, things like that, and then talking to starters, keeping them positive, keeping them engaged when things aren't going our way. He was big for us.
What did you see on those two shots that Mikal hit down the stretch? I mean,
it's what he does. I mean, he stays with it. He's one of the most humble, positive guys, and he's just a worker. So I'm not surprised.
What was it like to be a part of that comeback victory?
A lot of fun, man. MSG comebacks are fun, and especially in the playoffs. I'm just really proud of our group because that's quite the deficit in the fourth, and we found a way to just chip away and compete and not look at the deficit and just one possession at a time, and we came out with the win.
Reggie, what did you do personally against Mitchell? He really, the first 3 quarters, had it going, and then when you got in there, it seemed like you really slowed him down.
I think one of the luxuries of our team is we got a lot of really good on-ball, primary, off-the-ball defenders, team defenders, and that's a luxury that you can. I didn't really play the first 3 quarters, and you throw fresh legs at somebody who's got it going. I think that's just try to come in and compete, be physical, take advantage of the fact that I hadn't played, and use my energy that I had, and it's really it. Just try to compete, communicate, make it hard on him because he's a hell of a player, and obviously we expect him to come out and be aggressive, have a good game against us. Got to give him his credit. He did his thing and really hurt us throughout the game. So we're gonna have to make adjustments, but I think we were just connected and played hard and we're physical.
What are you thinking when that 3-pointer is rattling around the rim for what seemed like eternity?
Just always just stay down. That's what I say, stay down. And it stayed down. So, got one to go.
What did it mean to you to hit that shot to tie it at 99?
Yeah. To be honest, when I shot it and I looked up and I was like, oh shit, we're tied up. I didn't realize at the time that one would have tied it up, which is kind of where you want to be. When you're flowing, you don't want to be thinking about things. So ball found me. I was open in transition, let it fly, and the ball went in.
What did you think of the atmosphere in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, MSG is crazy. When you're kind of walking the team down, you can feel like the momentum in the crowd. People starting to get going a little bit, and each bucket, you can kind of just feel everyone kind of churning you along, and our fans are unbelievable, especially this time of year. So that was a lot of fun.
You mentioned I think kind of maybe 17. It's still a long way to go, but lucky you were trying to start to fire the guys up. Could you tell the energy starting to change around that point?
I mean, you gotta. That's if you're gonna make a run, that's when you gotta do it. So might as well, throw your best punch at that point and try to do what you can. Whatever's left over, you gotta leave it all out there, especially this time of the year. And that's what we did. And we got a group that didn't flinch at that deficit, and just we made something happen.
How did OG look to you tonight?
Great.
Yeah, how big is he down the stretch?
It's huge. OG does so many things for us, and obviously not playing and coming back from an injury, there's going to be some level of getting back up to speed, which I'm sure he would tell you. But I thought he looked good, and he's going to obviously help us.
How do you stay ready? The first 3 quarters, you mentioned you didn't really play much, and then all of a
Just stay
sudden,
ready. It's the NBA, man. It's playoffs. You need everybody 1 through 15. Never know what can happen, and that's kind of the way of the game.
The day after the game, I saw John Starks, and then it was, I think, Spike, and then Ben Stiller as you're walking around there. What is that like?
Yeah, it's kind of wild when I think about it, but I think what's cool is getting to know those guys a little bit. They're just diehards like the rest of the 19,000 in the arena, and passionate. They're there all year. It's not like they just show up come big games. It's like they're there all year. So it's cool to see them, celebrate with them. But we got another one here in a couple of days.
When you see Jalen start getting it going there in the middle of the fourth quarter, are you saying that suddenly it's 15?
100%. Yeah, when you get a sense when he gets going, and that inspires. Like, okay, I'm going to pick up, try to compete defensively, because if we can get a stop here, get him the ball, get the ball back in his hands as quickly as we can, or whatever the case may be. Let me do my part to help him. Try to get another look on that end.
Landry, how big of a voice has Jose been, just in terms of whether it's in huddles or in the locker room, just in terms of keeping?
He's as competitive as they come. You know, Jose was, you know, throughout the whole game just very engaged, you know, coaching us, talking to coaches, talking to players, everything, getting guys going when we had a little lull. So he does a lot for us, and that's my point too. You need 1 through 15. Even though you know, his minutes were low and all of us want to compete and be out there, you know, he's still, you know, giving himself up to, you know, help the group, and that's what we need.